Me and my student Matt here today, we're going to be going over a new lesson for tutoring to kind of prepare for the next day. So we're going to do a little pre-run on graphing polynomials. This is going to be about our reading literacies. And so to help out Matt with this, we're going to briefly cover the 7 habits of a highly effective reader. So here you go, Matt. Could you take a look at that first one? And go ahead and read that first one. You can read that out loud.
Number one?
Yeah, number one there.
Do a sneak preview. But before I read, I think, what do I already know about this? The pictures and headings tell me the purpose of this type of text is to teach me.
Okay. All right, so we're going to just practice this first one. So there's 7 of them that we're going to go over more as we go. But since this is new material, we're going to do a little pre-reading or a sneak peek. So on your page 51 in your textbook that you have open there, go ahead and spend about a minute and scan over, find all those important key concepts and definitions, and try to like focus on just those big words. And then I'll ask you some questions and see if that helps to when we reference back, see if you can kind of paraphrase those back to me. Okay, so look for all those big words in this lesson. It's about 3 pages, so I'll give you a minute. And as you're reading, don't get hung up on the sentences of it. Just look for those bolded words and then move on to the next bolded word.
Okay.
Okay. So we've had a super brief moment to work on this, and I know it's not enough time to digest a new topic in 3 pages of curriculum. However, if you kind of have an idea where things are, if I asked you about to tell me what an integer is, can you find where that's at or remember a bit about the integer?
Integers are numbers that are not fractions or decimals. So basically just like a whole number, right?
Exactly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
like that.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
And did you notice anything about, did it tell you anything about polynomial functions right around above where it's talking about integers? Something's a brief description of what's a polynomial?
A polynomial function is polynomial functions are defined for any function that contains positive integer exponents.
Okay. And now I know that's a real brief thing. So what I want to do is use this habits of a highly effective reader combined with a quick gloss over new material. And now let's think about what is this chapter even talking about? Do you have an idea, maybe like what the point of the chapter is?
Well, from what I read on this first page, it was talking about determining end behaviors of polynomial functions.
Excellent.
Yeah. So I think that's basically what the main point of it's going to be.
Excellent. All right. End behaviors of polynomial functions. Perfect. Yes. So building off that, first we have to determine whether something's a polynomial or not. So by bringing your attention up here to the whiteboard, there's one column that says polynomial, and the other one says not.
Mhm.
If you look at that a moment, can you tell me what makes the ones on the left a polynomial and what makes the ones on the right not a polynomial?
The ones on the right aren't polynomials because they're not all like whole numbers, right? Some of them are fractions, I believe.
Okay, so you're saying some of these are fractions?
Mhm.
Which ones?
Well, there's 3/5 and 1/5
Okay,
and 1/3, a half.
you see a half?
Mhm.
Actually, this is the fraction bar line. So
Oh,
this is
okay.
1 over x to the third.
Oh, okay.
Good thing to bring up though.
Yeah.
Um,
So, I thought that would make it not a polynomial.
so you're thinking this one for sure because there's fractions. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't fractions be part
Well,
of a polynomial?
I read in here that it says that they have to be like a whole number.
Okay, so from your reading, you gathered
Yeah.
it has to be a whole number. Okay. It is, so you're saying 3/5 is not a whole number.
Mhm.
What about these other two? Is there something throwing us off on one of these two?
Well, I've never really seen a square root in a polynomial.
You haven't?
No, I haven't.
Is there another way you could rewrite what does a square root mean?
Um, I'm not too sure about that one.
So another way to write a square root would actually be x to the 1/2.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you're just
It's a square root.
Yeah.
Because if I had x squared and I took the square root, what would that be?
Just be 1/2 of x, right?
Yeah, 1/2 of
So it'd be,
the squared.
Yeah, so it'd be x to the first power.
Yep. So x2 times the 1/2 is all that's saying, which is just x.
Yeah.
Either way, so that's just a little looking back lesson.
Okay.
But so now does this not fit a polynomial? Because it's why is that not a polynomial?
Because it's using a fraction.
It's using a fraction. All right. Now, what happens on this one if I put that x to the third power in the numerator? Do you remember back on the first week? Does anything change with the exponents?
I'm not sure, honestly.
That's fine. So when we bring this up to the numerator,
Mhm.
we put the x up here, it becomes negative. Okay?
Mhm.
If I have a negative up there, what does that definition say it needs to be?
It says that polynomial functions are defined for any function that contains a positive integer, and those are negative.
And those are negative.
So then it wouldn't be a polynomial because of that.
Okay, yep. So from your reading, now we've canceled out all three of those for different reasons, but none of those fit the definition that you read in your pre-reading, kind of glancing over it. All right. Awesome. That concludes our warm-up reading lesson.